Veronica came on set one day.
Okay, this is it.
And we all met her for the first time, and Ben Lloyd Hughes goes back to his trailer at the end of the day, and there's a balloon and a card in there. And it says, "Dearest Ben, it was such a pleasure meeting you. You're such a lovely young man. I would love to get a drink and talk further about your character. Love, Veronica." And the phone number. Well, the phone number was my buddy's phone. And Ben thought his character was coming back to life, and I felt really bad because he was so excited. He's like, "Man, Veronica really liked me, and I think, maybe Will's going to have a spin-off." And then I felt bad for pranking him.
Wait a minute, you felt bad?
I felt bad.
You
yeah.
did not feel bad.
I felt
bad at all.
I
felt bad.
I think Zoe ratted us out.
But anyway, Veronica is just really great to have on set, and it is. I mean, if you're going to pick somebody's brain about Divergent, it's great that the author was on set. 'Cause a lot of the times, once a book's made into a movie, that author's not really on set. They, now it's our story. But I think we're very open to having her along. I know I picked her brain as much as I could.
Can you give a specific example of something?
No, I can't.
She didn't really do that. She kind of just
Draw in the air.
You did ask her one question though, Mars, remember? You asked her one question, which was who did she regret killing off?
Right, and she said your character, and then from there I was like, now I have to put a balloon and a card in your room, so you think you're coming back to life.
In fairness to this, everyone should know that the girl sitting next to me, Zoe Kravitz, was the one with the conscience who finally revealed that it was a prank. So
Snitches
credit has to be done.
but I'm also in trouble with that end of the table.
Yeah.
So this question is for Ansel. When you realized that you were going to be part of not just one big movie adaptation, but two, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
I was really excited because Fault in Our Stars is a really good story, and one of my favorite books I ever read. And I loved working with Shay on Divergent, and I was really excited to be able to do more projects with her. It was like a shame that I was only able to do one thing because she probably is at this point the best actress I've ever worked with. So I know we're both very excited about doing Fault.
Hi guys and girls. Can you talk a little bit about what makes Divergent such an important story to tell? I mean, for a change, it doesn't have vampires or werewolves in it and no zombies either.
We added all that stuff in.
Yeah,
it's in there now.
You think it does.
Really
we now
exciting.
have zombies.
So what makes it important to tell this story?
Amy, why don't you?
Amy, that's
Oh, wow.
great.
Well, I think something that's really kind of awesome about Divergent is that it is about young people and gives importance to the decisions that they make. I think sometimes teenagers or young adults tend to get maybe brushed to the side a little bit, not given the power that they actually do hold or not acknowledged for the power that they hold. So I like that about the story, and I think it's important because maybe we're not so far away from the world of Divergent. We tend to maybe compartmentalize people a little bit or make them one-dimensional in our minds, and they're just not. So yeah, I think it's a kind of beautiful thing that Veronica's created, sort of an outlet to talk about those things.
That was well put.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
I was wondering, you're all very young, but was there a moment in your lives where you felt that you diverged into a different area, something that made an impact that changed your lives maybe?
This movie.
What the path of...
Yeah, I think me personally, I remember the decision that I made as a young person to become an actor. It was something that when I read the story and when I read the script, I realized that I, in a way, had made a life-changing decision about my future, about what I wanted to be, and about not going to. I had a place at university. I didn't go to university, and I went a different way, a completely different path, and that I think that's something that all young people do in some shape or form, whether it's a small decision or a big decision, and that's why the story can be so powerful to so many people, because we've all had those moments at some point.
I think it's cool too because a lot of us, for me at least, like I was on a completely different path before I entered this film, got this part, and I think being in a cast of people who are younger and relatively new, it was cool to sort of be alongside them in having similar experiences. I was a nursing student and I was working at my church. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, my story's not dissimilar to some of the other people at this table, you know, just a complete shift, you know, a change in our lives because of this opportunity. So that's been cool.
Anyone else? Or up here?
Hi, this is a question is for Maggie Q. Maggie is here. So you have experience working on sci-fi and action movies, and can you talk about this character? How different is she that compared to Nikita or other role that you played? Is she like a cool, sexy figure?
Oh, sexy. You know, I don't do any action in this film. It was really funny because Ansel, was it me and you? We were on the carpet and somebody said, so Maggie, we know you do action in this, but Ansel, like, did you ever get to do anything? And he's like, actually, I do. And I was like, I didn't do anything. It was like the complete opposite. This was a nice kind of departure. I mean, I'm sure there will be action in the future in the second one or whatever, but I mean, it was funny because I didn't want to get involved in something that was action heavy after, you know, so 10 months out of the year doing action all the time. And not because I don't love it, just because, you know, it's a box, you know. I'm climbing out of it, but you know, it's a little deep. So when I actually read the script, I was just like shocked and happy that it was this, you know, sort of just straight drama and you know, no action and none of that, you know, having to do with sort of what the character sort of encompassed, right? There's a strength to her and there's a toughness to her, but it's something sort of very internal, and she's very much a product of her circumstance, and so that's where that kind of that survivor thing comes, and you see it. And I know that I hope we gear up for a second one, but it was really funny because I was training to do this film for the look of it, because I wanted Tori to look like a kind of muscly badass, and it's so vain and weird for me to train to look a certain way, because I only trained, you know, for a result, to be good at something, but I've never trained just to look a certain way. It was really odd. But yeah, it's been a nice departure for me, and I'm actually really, really thrilled at the opportunity.
I only train to look good. So that's where we're different.
What happened?
Burn, Maggie Q. I let myself go. I'll be honest with you, I let myself go after this movie.
Hi, Grace.
Core is overrated.
Over in the far right, and this is the last question.
Okay, great. Thank you. Grace Randolph with YouTube's Beyond the Trailer. I'm wondering, you know, movies are not only getting bigger these days, but so are casts. As an actor, how is it to, you know, you want to balance being part of a group, creating a world, but also standing out, obviously. So how are you doing that in Divergent?
Well, this was interesting sorry, did you want to go?
I just knew you were going to say something.
Okay. Well, you know, someone's got to say something. Hi, guys. So, no, this is interesting because it is rare, at least, I mean, for me anyway, it's rare to be in such a big group. And you look down here and it's a lot of guys all about the same age. And all your characters have your own storyline. But at the same time, for a lot of this stuff, you know, we're a part of this initiation. We're a part of this, you know, kind of dauntless training program. So that was cool. It really reminded me of high school theater when you're all on the same age, you're playing dads, moms, this and that, but you do have that kind of ensemble feel. The last kind of, I guess, you know, usually movies, if you're that guy at that age, you're kind of the only one, but for this, it was all of us there, and we all went up and started training together and sweating together, and it was a lot of fun.